Okay, we're multiplying polynomials. This is a blast, okay? Just as a brief reminder, let's do 13 times 12. This is the way I teach my students to start off with. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 1 is 2. You put down a 0. 1 times 3 is 3, and 1 times 1 is 1. Then you go through and you add down, don't you? We're going to do these problems like this, where we can't use the full, okay? So right here, I'm going to multiply these two with the full. So I'm going to draw my arches. I'm going to drop my 3x. And then I'm going to start a parentheses. 2x times x is 2x squared. Negative 5 times 3 is a minus 15, isn't it? So I just did my first terms and my last terms, right? This is my outside and inside, isn't it? So negative 5 times x is negative 5x. 2x times 3 is a plus 6x. So negative 5x plus 6x is a plus 1x, isn't it? Now then I need to distribute, so I just multiply these two with the full, right? First, outside, inside, last, and you add your outside and inside term. Now then I'm going to take this 3x and distribute it. You're going to do sign, number, letter, exponent 3 times. A positive times a positive is a positive. 3 times 2 is 6. The letter is x. 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 times 1 is a positive 3. The letter is x. X to the 1 and x to the 1 is x squared. A positive times a negative is a negative. 3 times 15 is 45. The letter's x. This is what that's equal to. Okay, right here, I'm going to write down the 3x plus 1. And I'm going to write down the 3x plus 1. Now then I'm going to do the full again, aren't I? So 3x times 3x is 9x squared. 1 times 1 is a positive 1. My first term and my last term. The outside term would be plus 3x, and the inside term would be plus 3x. 3x plus 3x is a plus 6x. So that's the product of 3x plus 1 squared. Right here, I like multiplying like this. So I'm going to write down my x squared plus 4x minus 3. I'm going to put my x minus 6 here, and I'm going to multiply just like I did here. A negative 6 times a negative 3 is a plus 18. A negative 6 times a plus 4x is a minus 24x. A negative 6 times x squared is a minus 6x squared. Sign, number, letter, exponent, over and over. Put down a 0, and now I'm going to multiply with the x. X times negative 3 is a minus 3x. X times 4x is a plus 4x squared. X times x squared is an x cubed. Notice that everything is lined up when we add now. So this is going to be plus 18. Negative 24 minus 3 is a negative 27x. Negative 6 plus 4 is a negative 2x squared. The exponents do not change, and x cubed. So this is the product. You could also use a box on this, right? You could use a box, put your x squared plus 4x minus 3 right here, your x minus 6 in here, fill in the box and add, you get the same thing. Okay, right here, draw your arches, and we're going to do full. 8x times 8x is 64x squared. Negative 3 times positive 3 is a negative 9. Negative 3 times 8 is a negative 24x. 8x times a positive 3 is a plus 24x. These eliminate because it's a difference of squares, isn't it? So this right here is the answer. So 64x squared minus 9. So right here you have the product of a perfect square and the difference of squares. Make sure you could go from here to here and from here to here on this test.